So what's up, Philly Dom?
What's up, barber man? How's it going? I call him the barber.
You in here getting your hair cut. I was coming to get the haircut too, just to show some love to the barbers here in the DR for the channel, and also to interview you. So
I appreciate
we're
it,
gonna get two birds with one stone.
Not a problem.
So tell me about your channel, man.
Man, I'm a travel blogger. You know, I do travel videos. You know, I'm traveling around in different countries. You know, it was a little slow this year due to the pandemic, but you know, I got an opportunity to go to Haiti, El Salvador. You know, we met up in Mexico.
Yeah, we actually met at Marwa's 100,000 subscriber event in Mexico City, and that was fun. That was funny too. Like, we hung out a few places. We had some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we did. Yes, indeed.
Mexico, and you lived in Mexico.
Yeah, I lived in Mexico. I lived in Tijuana like about 8 years, maybe 8 to 9 years, probably 10. I always confuse the number, but I gotta add it up one day. But I've been down. I've been dealing with Mexico, living there since like around I'm gonna say 2009. Yeah, 2009 to like
What made you? Where are you originally from?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
That's what, hence the name Philly. Now, where's the Dom from?
Dominique Duachin.
Okay. So you were Haitian.
Yeah. From the States.
From the States.
Haitian
American, they might call it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that definitely makes all the sense in the world for the name. So what did you do in the States?
I worked for a long time. I worked for Walgreens, the drugstore chain.
Okay.
Then after them, they ended up moving me to California. I worked for them in Florida.
I'm gonna get it right when I
straight out of college.
Straight out of college.
Yeah, I ended up working.
What'd you go to school for?
I went for history bachelor with a minor in criminal justice.
Okay. So, from Walgreens, where you go from there?
From there, I ended up working in Alaska.
That's the part I wanted to get to.
Yeah, Alaska on them fishing boats and in the canneries.
How did that come about? How does a brother that's working from Philly, working in Walgreens, end up in Alaska?
I needed to free up more time because I got an addiction. I like to travel. And you know, them 9 to 5s in the States, you get paid well and everything, but I mean, they basically control your life, man. That's from the CEO all the way down to the, you know, the what you call it, the entry-level employee.
Right.
They say,
when you can travel, when you can take a vacation or get time off.
Yeah. So when I found out about the opportunities in Alaska to open up more doors, I was like, all right, I can work for 6 months or 5 months or 4 months, make this amount of money that I will be making probably a whole year at any other job in the States.
How is it? Most people don't even visit Alaska. I know my grandfather took a cruise to Alaska, but how is it in Alaska? The first thing I think that will come to people's minds is the weather.
Yeah, it's a misconception there because they actually got times when it's the weather's pretty good. Not like, I'm not gonna say like Dominican hot like here or anything like that, but the weather can drop into like the 40s. I mean, up into the 50s, the 60s, 70 degrees, even 80, 90 in some parts of Alaska. People don't know that.
No.
But most of the year it is cold, what you see on the movies and the TV shows. But it's a beautiful place. The air is fresh. The people are good. They got good food. If you ever looking to make money, or anybody that's watching the video, Alaska is definitely a state to go to make money. They actually pay people to live there in that state because not many people live there, you know. And it's a big state.
And are you still currently doing that in between?
Yes. But I just got stuck this year because of, you know, the COVID situation. So I ended up staying in Haiti, you know, hanging with family and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just ride it out the rest of the year with YouTube, and then I'll start fresh next year. I don't know when I'll go back, but sometime next year, probably for salmon season is their big season there. And I work in one of the they call them canneries, aka seafood processing plants or factories. And you make a pretty good grip of money, man. You work long hours, 16, 17, 18-hour days.
So you don't go on the ship and catch the fish?
No, I'm at the,
get them
once it comes in, yes.
And so what kind of work do you do in the camp?
I'm actually a machine operator.
Okay.
So it sounds technical and big terms, but basically the fish come on the line, I pin them, and then they have a machine that chops off the head. But I mean, it's they call it a premier job because you make a lot of money, and you like the first to go and the last one to leave. And it's that's my position there.
And they gave you the training free just for accepting the job.
Yes. Yeah, they'll train you in any position there. And then before that, I was working on the docks. So when the fishermen brought the fish to the docks, I would actually use the crane and take the fish. Like they load them into little totes, and we would take them off the fish, or we would literally have to go in the belly of the boat and hand pick. Sometimes they get stuck, or we have like a sucking machine that would suck it up. And sometimes it wasn't working properly, so we would have to physically go in there and by hand and just toss the fish in the totes, and then we pull them up to the crane.
Okay. I don't want to keep people too stuck on the Alaska thing, because I want to know what inspired you to do YouTube.
Well, it's a guy named, I am Marwa.
Marwa?
Yeah, I was watching him when I was in Alaska. Everything goes back to that. On my downtime, you watching YouTube, me and him build a friendship. He asked like, where you live at? I say, when I'm not working, I'm in Tijuana, Mexico. He said, man, I want to go there, I want to record, I'm scared. He said, man, when I get off the season, Alaska season, come there and we'll meet up. So we timed it. When I was done with Alaska, I went back to Tijuana, we met up, and he did a couple videos there. He said, yo, Philly, you got a good personality. You ever think about doing YouTube videos? It could be like a supplemental income for you. I said, all right, man, I'll do it. And he showed me what to do, and that's when I got into videos. But I also love to travel, so he was like, man, you love to travel. All you gotta do is hold a camera and walk around, and you can get paid to travel, because you're already doing it. Because I told him, like, when the season's over, I'm traveling through Mexico. I got a son in Belize, I'm going to different countries. So he was like, why not make money with it and show people the world?
So what drew you to Mexico to go there and also to live there?
A friend of mine, when I was working with Walgreens, she was Mexican-American. Every weekend she would go down to Tijuana. And then, you hear the stories and stuff about Tijuana. And she said, no, Tijuana has two sides to it. They got the good, they got the bad. The bad is what they're going to put on the news, the cartel, the killing, the moving drugs across the border. But she said they have good food there, they got good people there. It's close to San Diego, it's cheap to live there. So she brought me down one weekend, went to her house. It's in a gated community, armed security guards. They look like the States. I'm like, that. I'm thinking she paying a fortune for this. I'm like, so how much are you paying for this? She said, I brought the house out right, but you can come down here and you can rent a house in my neighborhood. They're gonna charge you $500 a month. 4-bedroom, 3 balconies. I couldn't believe it. So I took the opportunity and I was like, man, you only live once. I'm in LA. I'm working for Walgreens. I'm in LA. I'm paying an arm and a leg. I'm paying like $2,000 or something for rent. Right. In Hollywood, a nice little area in Hollywood. So I'm like, this is crazy. Let me try something different. So I just went down there with her. She hooked me up with the real estate people. Boom, the history. That was history, and I just started living down there.
And how long did you live there?
From like 2009. I can even say I still have a place there because I got a spot there now, but my friend is holding it down.
Okay.
Still, so but since like consecutively from 2009, I'm gonna say all we until the YouTube took off and I started traveling.
Okay.
So we saying late 2018. Yes.
So you've been doing YouTube for like 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
I started like not January, what is it? Not to cut you off, November 2018.
And you've amassed about 19,000 subscribers, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
19,512, who's counting?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. So, how many countries have you traveled thus far?
Man, I'm gonna say around 20.
20. And what's your top 5 countries?
Definitely El Salvador, definitely Colombia, definitely Mexico, Haiti, but that's where my family's from. And the other one, that would be a toss, that would have to be, man, that's a toss. I'm gonna say Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But now you was going straight Latin America kind of.
Yeah.
The Latin culture, shall I say,
And I said Belize in there too.
And so what? So why What makes Jamaica stand out?
I used to go there and do missionary work with my dad when I was young. And that was like one of the first places I actually traveled. And I spent a lot of time there. My dad is a pastor, so he did it's a Bible school there, a theologian school called Christ for the Nations. And he used to do some stuff with Christ for the Nations. And we used to go down there for a couple weeks to a month, or even a month and a half, and I used to go with him while do this little ministers thing down there. So I fell in love with the country then. That was years and years ago, man. I'm talking the 90s.
So now you in Sosua, or you just generally in Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I'm in Santo Domingo, is my headquarters here.
Are you gonna stay here for a while?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. My buddy right here live life. Was like, yo, man, stay Philly, man, stay for a little while. Cause usually I'll come up for like 2-3 days. It's so overwhelming, man. This is so much to go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you like about Dominican Republic?
I like the food. Everybody, I obviously gonna like the women. They got beautiful women here. But it's a relaxing, chill. It's a Caribbean island environment. Everybody's really kicked back, laid back. That's what I like about it. It has some stuff that's everybody's like trying to hustle you for something. That gets annoying after a while. But overall, I have a pretty good experience here.
What countries do you want to visit next? What's on your list?
Definitely Brazil. Brazil is hot on the list. Argentina, that's hot on the list too. And I was supposed to be in Europe, man. If it wasn't for this COVID, I would have been in Europe, man. I would have been in I had some people in Alaska that work with me. Everything keep going back to Alaska. They were from Serbia. And I met a couple good friends there, and I promised them I was gonna come to Serbia and Ukraine. But everything fell apart. But so expect me to be there next year.
Let me know if I don't get there in time.
Serbia.
I'll definitely go with you.
Yeah, Eastern Europe is a spot. They said the spot. We got places to lay low there. We don't even gotta get hotels.
I was thinking of Croatia.
Yeah, it's right there, man. We used to like driving from New York to Jersey.
Because it's open too.
Yeah, it was open.
Yeah,
they say Eastern Europe, and I've worked with some Eastern Europeans, females and guys. They convinced me. They convinced me.
I had good things. What would you tell an inspiring YouTuber, someone who's thinking about doing YouTube as a travel YouTuber, I guess, because there's all types of different categories. As a traveling YouTuber, what would you tell someone that's inspired to do?
If you want to do it, you got to take the job serious. Because you can actually make money. I'm making money off of the channel now. I'm starting to do real good. But if you really take it serious, you can make it as a profession. Because traveling never get boring. Yeah. You can always go to different countries. You can stay in different places and all different things. But you have to take it as serious, and you have to keep putting up content.
The technical side of it is one, buying the equipment.
That's expensive.
Two, learning how to edit. And then also learning maybe some techniques to uploading, thumbnails, time. You know what I mean? Like, How did you grasp all of that? Did you research that on YouTube? Did you talk to Marwa? Like, how did that all come together? Because there are some technical sides of it besides the physical part of traveling.
Yes, that's true.
Getting up the courage to go and travel.
I talked with Marwa. I went on YouTube. I talked to Ace Live, other different YouTubers out there. Cab TV out of LA is a Korean YouTuber. He was real knowledgeable. They helped me, and it was like step by step. I mean, I did my first 200 videos. All I had was my iPad.
So you edited it on your iPad?
Yeah, because my philosophy is done is better than perfect. So I hustled my way through it. I learned little by little. I didn't know how to edit until I went to Haiti. People don't know that. I was scared. I was like, I used to just do raw footage. You could check my old stuff. I would just do raw footage. And then I had time sitting in Haiti because of everything, everything was shut down. And the guy over there showed me how to edit. He was like, look, Philly, it ain't that hard. You went to college. Don't be scared. And he said, you're a travel YouTuber, so you ain't got to put these fancy editing to situation like, other YouTubers that do different different things they have to do before.
They do video, photography.
He was like, you just walking around, you're interviewing people. He said, when he checked out what I was doing, like, I see you walking around interviewing people, and I see you walking around, real streets. Mm-hmm. He said, yours is basic and simple. He showed me how to do the little chops, and then you get better and better. Now I understand, how to put words in there and add different things on there. But the main thing was consistency. For my channel to grow, And I took it serious, consistency. Mine would taught me that he's like, upload every day, upload every other day, upload. Be consistent, because then your fan base and the people that like what you're doing